Have you sat and done nothing today? Up until about 5 minutes ago, same. It's really easy to take in information. It's actually a lot harder to not. It's become increasingly difficult in this era to successfully be able to sit still without any noise, without any videos going. And I've found myself kind of slipping into, I think, a state where my brain just craves distraction. My brain craves noise. And it's been really hard to unplug from that. I think dealing with life challenges recently has probably put me more in this state um, where my mind just kind of wants to escape from things that feel challenging. But silence, being able to successfully sit in that, I think can be very revealing. I think silence is very healing for the mind. It allows for you to make connections between things that you've already experienced. So, a big scientific concept is called the default mode network. If you're able to successfully sit in silence, you're able to tap into this network that the brain has, where it's able to solidify past experiences that you've had. It's able to allow for things to bubble up to the surface, where you might actually be able to find your own creativity. If you're constantly taking in information, it's really hard to produce your own. How can you be original if you're constantly taking in ideas from other people, constantly consuming noise and data? Creativity seems to be a lot easier to come by if you allow for your brain to get a little bit bored. Boredom might actually be some of the kindling to set the fire of creativity up. Also, I think I want to do a graded exposure approach for myself, where maybe starting tomorrow, what I want to do is just wake up and first thing in the morning, I mean, I already kind of do this habit, but I want to extend it a little bit further where I'm building up to 1 hour a day and then potentially 2 hours a day where I'm sitting and I'm in silence. I'm not taking in information. I'm just allowing whatever thoughts come up into my brain to come up. And I'm processing the things that I've done throughout my days, my week, my past, thinking about my future, planning, all that good stuff, allowing all those thoughts to come and seeing where my head's at. I feel like the more that we suppress whatever it is that's swirling around in your head, uh, the more internal strife we feel, the more psychological dissonance we probably feel underneath the hood. So giving our brain that opportunity to have that rest, to be able to successfully sit in silence, to make connections, to be creative, to successfully actually rest while still being awake. I mean, I feel like that's a superpower to be able to do that now. And perhaps that's part of the solution for people becoming less predictable. I feel like if everybody's tapped into the same algorithm, all tapped into the same internet, we all get fed to some degree the same information. And I find that increasingly nowadays, people are becoming more and more predictable. People seem to have less of their own original ideas. And mind you, it is pretty difficult to formulate your own original idea, but the sequence at which the ideas are presented is so predictable. Maybe silence is part of the answer. Maybe in order for you to find who you authentically are, you have to take time every single day to sit in silence, to hear your own unique voice. Who's in there? Who are you? Silence might reveal it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me today. A little bit of a philosophical rant, a little bit of science sprinkled in there, but this is Summit Neuroflow. Just wanted to have a chat with you guys today. Hope your week's going good, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Cheers.